I want to thank y'all for selling this place out tonight for us. It means, don't turn around. It means the world to us. But guys, thank y'all so much. We do greatly appreciate it. Y'all can be anywhere else in the world, y'all chose to be here with us. I do want to warn everybody before I get started, okay? What I'm about to attempt, 49 out of the 53 states of America are considered comedy, okay? Now listen, she must have been an English teacher. Now listen, I'm not saying something I'll say tonight is going to offend one of y'all, okay? That's not my goal. If I can let everybody in on a little secret, real quick, everybody huddle up, all 5 of us. It's gonna happen, all right? So listen, for some reason, something me or maybe Ben says tonight does offend you or hurt your ego in any way, shape, or form. I'm just gonna ask one thing and one thing alone out of each one of you beautiful people, okay? If something offends you tonight, for the love of God, would you just please, please, please keep that inner Will Smith locked up real tight for us? I mean, don't get me wrong, ladies, daddy like a rub, but it's a time and place, okay? Hell, I don't know, y'all don't even want to laugh. Let's just turn off the lights and play Who's in Your Mouth for a little bit. What about, no? You want to play, I can tell. Who else like upside down pineapples? Where we at? All right, Sweeter Tail's right here, my man, I can tell. I'm surprised you don't have like a Hawaiian shirt on right now. That's pretty good. Thought about it, I can tell. I was driving through here on the way up here, and I just want to say, congratulations, guys, because y'all got to be rich to live here. Plus, what's going on with the streets here? I made one wrong turn, only had to go a mile and a half. It took me 20 minutes and 19 U-turns to get to where I was going, guys. I did find out y'all had covered garages, though. We don't have those in Greensboro. We just have meth addicts. It's kind of the thing. I don't know if you can tell from the accent or not, you know. I didn't grow up around it. I just had secondhand meth. That's why only one tooth's missing. You know what I mean? So, it's cool. A little bit about myself. I know you can't tell by looking at me, but I am 116 Cherokee. Yep. I did a 22 or 23 and me test the other week, and letter just came back and said apologize to everybody. It was weird. It was weird. I'm a single dad myself. You got your parents in the house? Your parents? Cool, not proud ones. I get it. Fuck them kids. Okay. Yeah, I'm a single dad myself, so that makes me better than y'all, just to be clear. I've got 2 boys. I've got a 6, and I've got a 12-year-old, and I've got full custody of them. That's where I'm at in life right now, so. Oh, not one clap? All right, fuck y'all. That's bullshit. No, too late now. Too late now, assholes. Y'all know if I was a girl up here, every last one of y'all would have just been like, you go, girl! Do you, bitch? I was just born with a dick, though, so we just doing what we're supposed to be doing in life. Ain't that right, brother? What kind of expo did you just come from? Come on, VIP. I know you're VIP.
The club gave it to me. I have no idea what it means, but I wear it.
That means they fooled you into paying triple what everybody else paid. That's what that means. That's what that means. It was sold out at first. I put it in my rider. I only wanted 12 people here. If I was going to perform comedy tonight, all right. So blame me if you're gonna blame anybody. All right. I do love my kids though. I do. I've got to. Their mom's dead. It's like one of the rules, you know. You can laugh. She can't hear it. I promise. I warned y'all ahead of time. All right. Y'all don't start laughing. We're just gonna talk about cancer for 25 minutes, and it's gonna get awkward. All right. That's right. Y'all better start making some noise, okay? Because I'm telling you right now, if you hold those laughs in long enough, it's just gonna come out as a fart. It's gonna be really weird the rest of the night. All right. Just let them out, guys. Let them out. Nah, I do love my kids. People don't believe me when I tell them I do have full custody of my kids, which I do. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I get it why you didn't clap. When the judge told me I won, I was just as shocked as all y'all. I was. Seriously, do y'all know how hard it is to win anything in life when you look like all of Kurt Cobain's problems, fuck Jimmy Neutron, right? Like, you laughed a little too hard, man. That was the first time you did it all night. That was rude. Yeah, I win a lot, right? You know, and I think as parents, sometimes, most of the time, all the time, we question whether we're good parents or not. You know what I mean? We don't know what we're doing. We're all just playing it by ear, you know. And I'm gonna be honest. Once y'all hear some of these jokes, y'all are gonna question it a lot more, right? So here's what I like to do. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this out here. If anybody's curious how good of a dad I really am, at the end of the night tonight, once Ben gets done Once all the waitresses are tipped for the weed and cocaine money, if you're still curious, all 5 of us can just make a single file line. We can go right out to my car and we can just ask my kids, because that's where they're waiting for me until after the show. Yeah, fun fact, as a single parent, I learned CPS is just a 9-to-5 job, guys. It's only funny because it's true, man. My little one's fun. They just got out of school today. Actually, it was the last day, and yesterday was the award ceremonies for everything, you know. And my youngest son, I got a phone call Monday from his teacher. She was like, "Hey, Mr. Saunders, can you come in Tuesday to the award ceremony? I want to make sure you're here." Lincoln won the award for being the most outstanding kid in 2nd grade for the entire year. Yeah. From the lack of noise, y'all were with me, right? 'Cause I said bullshit. You got the wrong number, bitch. All right, there's no way the same kid at the house is the most outstanding kid in the grade all year. All right, if anything, he was second to last. Okay, like there's no way. But I played along. You know, I'm a good dad. I went into the cafeteria the next day where all the great award ceremonies in life are held. You know, and I saw my son get a certificate that said he was the most outstanding kid in his 2nd grade. And then he got a gift certificate to Texas Roadhouse that I got to take on a date out last night, which is pretty cool. And if you judge me, fuck you. He eats McDonald's. All right, I'm a single dad. Okay, I don't cook shit. I will say it was funny as I was leaving the school. I got a phone call from my oldest son's school. Okay, and I was like, cool, man. Now just give you a little backstory. My youngest one, I don't know how to wrap it up, so I have 2 different kids from 2 different women. And my oldest son's mom, she did pass away, truly about 3 years ago. He's had a rough go at it. Like, we're trying to let him figure it out. He was 10 when it happened. He's 13 now. He's getting better. This year I thought we were on the right track, you know, compared to last summer, because he's about to go to camp, and I'm so scared. Because last year, before I tell you about what happened at the school, last year at camp, they go for 30 days, right? On the 29th day, I get a phone call. "Hey, Mr. Saunders, can you come pick your son up? He's not allowed to be here anymore," right? So I go up there. I'm like, damn it. And I walk in there, and there's my son, all the other counselors, and the head of the camp there. And they go, "Tell him." So apparently, my son kept coming out of his bunk every morning in nothing but his Pokemon underwear. With his little Pokeball squeezed out of the leg hole ever so slightly. And he was just running up to all the little girls going, "Gotta catch them all, gotta catch them all. Gotta catch them all, gotta catch them all." I'll be honest, I'm just glad he didn't Squirtle on somebody. You know what I mean? Because that would have been even worse. But I did. I had to tell him after I heard that. I'm like, "Dude, what are you doing? Like, you're a counselor now. You can't be doing that, you know? Better be lucky the cops didn't get called." But after that, this year's been a little bit better. So when I got this phone call after leaving the one award ceremony, I was about to go over there anyway. I was like, man, what are the odds? What are the odds he just won an award too, you know? Now listen, might be a little far-fetched. All right, I'm a single dad, so I'm gonna take a win when I can get it. I don't know if you count it, but my son won the award, 2nd to last day of school, of ISS. All right, so we only got 2 badasses in here. For you goody two-shoes, okay? ISS is in-school suspension, okay? I can tell all your parents paid your way out of trouble. It's fine. But now listen, when a kid gets in trouble for fighting, you know, they don't just punish the kid nowadays, they punish the parent too by not letting them ride the school bus home, right? So there I am, leaving one ceremony, go to the other school, I park, I start getting out of the car, I get about 50 yards away from those big glass double doors in front of every school, you know? And I see my son standing hand in hand with the school resource officer, waiting for me, right? Now, for those of y'all that grew up before school shootings, if there's any of y'all, right? What a school resource officer is, okay? He's a regular cop. He's got a gun, badge, everything. He just couldn't cut it doing the real shit so that he could put him in charge of the kids. Have you ever seen these guys? They all look like Paul Blart Mall Cop. Let's be honest. What the fuck are they protecting, okay? But there he was. He looked pissed. I'm about 50 yards away. I freeze. I'm like, damn. I hope I don't smell like weed right now. Be bad if both of us got in trouble on the same day, you know? Patted myself down. We were good. Walked in there. He's pissed. He puts my son into a completely different room. He walks back out to the hallway. It's just me and this officer, right? He's mad there. Now I'm curious, have you ever noticed fat guys, all they do is this, every time they're talking, like how much do you gotta pull it up? I'm pretty sure they're trying to make their nuts turn into a vagina. Like, have you ever seen that? Like, they just do that, and they all got what I call the hope haircut, right? Kind of like him, it's where it's like thinning in the top here, but they just keep it, because they hope it grows back. You know what I mean? It's really weird. But there he was pissed off, right? He said, Mr. Saunders, now, first off, he knows what's happening with my son. I am going to be honest, I was messing with him a little bit, but he really is a good guy. As far as cops go, he's a straight killer, okay? And, all right. I will tell you, though, he does know what's happening with his mom, and he has actually been trying to be helpful. So he was trying to be nice. He saw Noah coming out of ISS, and he stopped him. He was like, hey, bud, what'd you do to get into ISS today? And he said, at that point, my son stopped, looked very embarrassed. When, well, I don't really know how to say this. Officer Roberts, I'm in ISS today for doing your mom at lunch. Yeah, yes. Do y'all know how hard it was for me not to laugh directly in his face? I'm a comedian, that's great material. I gave my son a high five and $50 for copyrights, you know, and I told him we're gonna make this shit happen, baby. He did get OSS for the rest of school year, so gets early summer vacation, yay. I like to sit in my living room on, I know no one's gonna clap for this, but I gotta ask this before I start this story. How many people in here have to watch the ad version of Hulu? Anybody watch the commercials on it? Oh, hell yeah, broke people in the house, that's what's up. Obviously VIP didn't raise his hand. I tell you, listen, except for y'all two, we all grew up on commercials, right? Well, I don't mind them, okay? Issue's not with commercials, all right? My issue with Hulu, though, you probably agree with me, they only play the same 2 fucking commercials over and over and over. One's been really getting on my nerves. Starts out, Beyonce, Queen Bee herself. She's got a big yellow diamond on her neck. She's dolled up like Marilyn Monroe, and she's sitting in a Rolls Royce, listening to her own music, as I assume she always does. Then it cuts to Jay-Z. Now he's just sitting in a dark room, nothing but windows, staring out of them, and a blank typewriter in front of him. Probably wishing he had never made friends with Diddy, let's be honest. All right? Then it cut to a black and white screen, big letters, Tiffany and Company. Right? I've seen this thing 1 million times this week, okay? It's getting on my last nerve, because here's what I can't figure out, folks. If I can't afford the ad-free version of Hulu, does anybody think I'm gonna afford Tiffany Company anytime soon? That doesn't make any fucking sense. Why are they playing Dior cologne for people that can't even afford McDonald's right now, guys? I can tell, I don't know about y'all, but it's that time of season. I can really tell this year in particular that it's getting pretty close to Independence Day right now, you know? Just the way that LA is fighting all those aliens, you know what I'm saying? It's really weird. All right, that will work better than I thought. That's cool, hell yeah. I talked about Will Smith earlier. I really did look up to him. I'm a comedian, so I had to take Chris Rock's side with all that slapping and stuff, you know? And I don't know though, he was one of my favorites. I loved Fresh Prince, I loved Men in Black growing up, you know? And loved his music, you know, because I went to a Christian school. That was the only rap I could listen to, you know? And other than the, you know, DMX and us. It was either getting jiggy with it or I forgot y'all white. Y'all don't know who DMX is. My bad. That crowd in there would have loved it though. Let's just be honest. All right. All right. Goolsby liked it. So I gave this new album a chance. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I listened to that thing at least twice, and I'm shocked to say that not even one of those songs slapped. Okay, it was really weird. All right, we're gonna throw that one out. Cool. No, I really am. I like to tell stories, but I've got a Netflix special coming out. I don't know when. They haven't talked to me yet, but like it is gonna come out eventually. Okay, so I'm just trying to work out some kinks. And I actually am trying to get it. I've got this audition for writing for a show, and it's one of these late night shows that they're coming up with. So it's basically one-liners today. I just wrote that one this week, and I'm gonna try a few more out on here if y'all don't mind real quick before I move on. So, all right. Do y'all remember Michael J. Fox? Michael J. Fox was one of my favorite actors growing up before I got. Y'all remember him? Round of Applause, Back to the Future and all that stuff? Yeah? I tell you, Michael J. Fox, now listen, number one, just remember, these jokes are new. Some would say they're a little shaky, so just bear with me, all right? It's gonna get rough. So I did see, you can look this up, he just turned 63 last week. Just turned 63. And I don't know about y'all, but that is so inspirational to see a man his age still moving and shaking like that. You know what I mean? It's something. It's something. I do love him. He actually just come out, and you can Google it, this is all true. They just came out about a year ago with a documentary on his life, right? Because they're about to, I don't know if y'all follow entertainment at all or not, but he's about to star on Apple's show Shrinking, the 3rd season. He's about to be one of the psychologists on there. I think they're going to change the name to Shaken. God, there's too many of these. Also though, this is true, you can look it up. So he's got a documentary out on Apple right now. And I had to watch it 4 times because I could not get past the title. You can look this up. I don't know how high the person was, but somebody named Michael J. Fox's documentary Still. Now I watched it 4 times. I promise he did not stay still once, guys. It was weird. It was weird. Now listen, I feel buttholes every time I tell these jokes get tight. I want to let y'all know right now, I do love him so much that he was in a Comic-Con down in Greensboro about half a year ago or so. And I waited for 2 hours because I wanted to tell him these jokes before I told him on stage. I'll be honest with y'all, loved him. All right, he's got a great sense of humor. He loved him so much. If you don't believe me, I'll show you the selfie we took afterwards. But you're gonna have to take my word for it because he insisted on holding the phone. So I mean, it didn't come out great, right? But it did come out, okay? The other thing was when I talked to him, this is true. I told him, I was like, look, Mike, we're on first name basis now, by the way. I was like, listen, Mike, I know you got the Shrinking coming out, and I don't know if y'all have seen this either, but they're actually in the process of writing it right now, and Back to the Future 4 starring him. And I was like, look, before all this comes out, let's be honest. Every celebrity nowadays, you don't give a shit about social media, but you do need to have your own line of products, right? Every celebrity sells something nowadays, I was like, Mike, I got the perfect thing for you to sell, right? Mike, you need to come out with your own line of women's vibrators, okay? Now hear me out. Hear me out. Who better to endorse it than the human vibrator, guys? And look, it's not even a penis, right? It's just his hand, okay? It's a mold, and when you pull the tap, ladies, you don't know when it comes on, but when it does, it gets you to orgasm 0 to 88 seconds flat, okay? It's wild, right? I've even got the perfect name for it too. You know what we're gonna call it? The Flux Capacitor, guys. It's right there. It's right there the whole time, Hell yeah, I knew y'all were the horny ones. Here's the thing. But yeah. But speaking of Mike, though, I have been watching a little too much documentary, Hulu, things like that lately. Like on Sundays, I like to sit in my living room. I like to watch one of my favorite shows of all time, Scared Straight. Y'all remember that show by any chance? Scared Straight? I didn't think y'all white people would. Don't worry. I'm gonna tell you. Look, I'm gonna help you out, right? This is my favorite show. I watch it every Sunday. They got the title of the show all wrong to begin with, right? They should have never called it Scared Straight. You can vouch for me. What they should have called it is Get Straight or Get Gaped, right? Because all it is, I'm gonna tell you real quick, all they do is they take a bunch of degenerate kids, right, that's getting in trouble at school, shoplifting, things like that. They put them on a bus. They take them to a jail where for an hour straight they get threatened with dick in their ass from these convicts, all right? That's all it is. It's weird. Now listen, I don't know what parent would sign off on a kid to do that, but I watch it because I don't beat my kids, right? But I do want them to know I've got options, all right? So there I was watching my favorite show, and my little 6-year-old comes running in there, so excited. He's got his hands closed like this. He's like, hey, Dad. Can we please keep this pet, right? And I looked at him. I was like, son, before we discuss what's in your hand, I'm a little curious. Why are you butt-ass naked right now? Because I'm going to be honest, bud, that's a weird time to ask me for anything in life, okay? Let's keep that in memory bank as you get older, right? Last thing I want to see is that he's got a bigger dick when he's 12. You know what I mean? That would just, all the dynamics would be off, But I played along with him because I'm a good dad. And I was like, all right, bud, what do you got? What's in your hand? Very excitedly and slowly, so he didn't hurt it, he opens up his hand, and at this point, all I can kind of see is like, it looked like, I'm gonna be honest with you, it just kind of looked like a piece of spaghetti noodle started wiggling around, right? And I was like, son, I don't think we can keep this pet, okay? I don't know what it is, but I don't think we can keep it. He got very defensive at this point, all right? He grabbed it back. He's like, Dad, you don't understand. You gotta let me keep it. I was like, why? Dad, this pet is a magical pet. I was like, what's so magical about it? He went, Dad, had to look around so nobody else could hear our secret, you know? This pet came right out of my butt. How those nachos treating you? I think the worst part about the whole thing was when he bent over and was like, look, he brought friends to... Yeah, that was the day I learned about pinworms. You ever seen that scene in Alien? That's what his asshole looked like, guys. Like a bunch of shit was popping out, moving around, right? Listen, I'm a single dad. There's no women in the house. I panicked. I called the nurse's hotline right away. I was like, man, you gotta help me. I broke my kid. The stuffing's coming out all over the place, right? She was like, it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly normal, Mr. Saunders. This is something called pinworms, right? Now listen, I know the accent throws you off, but I got a little touch of what's called the tism, okay? Now when she said this phrase at least 50 times trying to calm me down. Now, when somebody tells me the exact same thing over and over again, two things happen in my brain. First off, I think either I'm dumb and I'm missing something, because why would you tell me this 50 times? Or I need to start looking, like, where am I at? You know what I mean? So we hung up, I got a compact, and I was like, if this is so common, then how come I've never heard of it, right? Because where I lived in a little town right outside of Greensboro on the Sticks called Stokesdale, okay? And, hey, here we go. Yeah, we all got out, you know what I mean? Right after that last one blew up. But on the road I lived on, there was multiple catfish ponds. There's about 7 of us guys. And every summer from time we were about 7 till we were 18, we all gathered up and went down to fish all the summertime. That's how we spent our days, you know. And I'll be honest with y'all, this is so common. I want to know how come not once we all just waiting on our bikes, right? And then the last guy come riding up. How come I never heard, hey guys, guess what? We ain't got to dig up no night crawlers today. I got worms coming out the ass, son. Like, I never heard that once. You know what I mean? It's weird. My little one, man, my oldest one too, it was funny, a week ago, he was riding home on the bus, and my kid has no impulse control. Okay, and when I say no, I mean none. He does not think about what's going to happen if I do this. He just says, let's do it, you know. And a bunch of kids on the bus were like, hey man, throw this out. So I get a phone call last week. This is 100% true. He took a SpaghettiO can and threw it out into moving or oncoming traffic. Almost caused a wreck, right? Yeah. He treated it like a NASA mission, right? Like he launched this thing so hard it hit the ground. Everybody was like, "Uh-oh!" It was wild, man. I will tell you, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. A little something y'all don't know about me. I'm a little turned on right now. I know, good thing all your ladies are taking, right? Because I just changed all my stuff on the dating apps from the younger women to the older ones, you know? Because the younger ones are fun, I'll be honest with you, but the older ones are desperate at this age, okay? And I personally, my favorite type of woman is AARP pussy, okay? That's hands down my favorite, guys, all right? And listen, I know there's not too many single guys in here, but if there is any ghosts in here, I want to let y'all know that's ass already paid for, right? Like they're paying for me, which is pretty cool, you know? Oh, you don't get to ask this at the beginning. I always take a minute during my shows at some point. I always want to take a minute and honor any veterans in the room. I'm ex-Army myself. Just out of curiosity, do we have any other veterans in here tonight? Anybody serve? No? All right, well, clap it up for me for protecting y'all rich asses. I'll tell you real quick, my favorite part about the military was when I got the fuck out, okay? Before that, it was all the different sayings the different military branches had, right? I worked at what's called a TRADOC post, okay? And all that means is we had every single branch of the military all isolated in one location, right? So every morning I got to witness every branch's saying. And what I'm talking about for you civilians, you've seen it in the movies, it's when the whole platoon or group of guys come together, they come to attention, they all shout out the same thing at the same time, okay? like in the Army, when we all come to attention, everybody shouts out, "Ho up!" Right? Now, Marines, you can ask any veteran, we all kind of agree, Marines are the most badass out of all of us, right? I don't know if you've ever seen 200 grown Marines come together and scream the same thing at the same time, but for some reason you just start protecting all the women and children. All right, it's really weird because 200 grown-ass men all come together and they're all just like, ooh, It's weird, I'm being honest, but it's cool. It is cool, it's scary. But out of all the branches, my personal favorite was the Navy. All right, I'm gonna tell you why. A lot of people don't know, Marines were the first branch of the military ever created. Okay, they were actually created before the Constitution was even signed. Second branch of the military we created was the Navy. Right? They were solely created in the beginning just to support the Marines. They are technically the sister branch of the Marines. So they're saying it's very similar to the Marines. It's just the last few syllables that differ, right? So when everybody in the Navy comes to attention, my favorite one, they all go, ooh, yes, bitch. Like it's hands down my favorite. Hands down. Yeah, I told that story the other weekend. I was opening up for Bert Kreischer, and I told that story in a sold-out stadium, right? And there was about it was like tonight, but a little less. It was about a 6'8", 250-pound ex-Navy SEAL. He was sitting right where your bald ass is, sir, okay? Now listen, I don't know why, every time I look at you, I want Ben and Jerry's ice cream. I cannot for the life of me figure it fucking out, like every time. I don't even know why. Might be high, fuck it. Where was I? Oh yeah. So the 6'8" dude, he didn't care for it too much, I guess. He actually waited, everybody left that night. I was walking out to my car in the parking lot to go home, and all of a sudden I heard, hey! This 6'8" dude came walking over to me, this ex-Navy SEAL, and I'll just be honest with y'all, gave me the best head of my life, okay? I don't know if you know this or not, but they can hold their breath for like 10 minutes, guys. It's wild, all right? I didn't suck his though, because I'm just bipolar. That's, different ends of the spectrum, so to speak. I do like fun facts and stats too. Most of the stuff I say pretty true up here, I'll be honest with you. It might be a little embellished, but it's true. I do like fun facts and stats. I like people leaving a little smarter, or dumber, who knows, than when they came in here. So, y'all like fun facts, things like that? Yeah? Let's see. Let's start with this one then. So out of the couples, which one's driving? Where are the drivers at? Next to Norris. Driving? Yeah? And who's riding shotgun? Who's riding shotgun? Okay. Now listen, I want everybody to get home safe. I know we've had a few drinks tonight. Y'all probably done some coke, so you'll be fine. But like, y'all didn't laugh, so give me some. But listen, I do want everybody to get home safe tonight, one way or the other. So you can look this up. In America, every year, there's over 5 million car accidents, right? If you break the math down, do the science, that's 7 car accidents every minute in America, every year, right? Now, the least amount of wrecks happen. So less than 1% of all the wrecks, so that's almost none, less than 1% of all the wrecks that happen while a head is being performed, right? So, ladies, do we want to get home safe or do we want to be modest tonight? You know what I mean? And guys, y'all should have fucking clapped. I didn't realize they were that bad at head in here. I'm sorry. Well, that's true. Rich girls just like taking up the ass, so that's cool. Y'all do that later. You know what I mean? Especially the white ones in Raleigh. I know from experience. Right, now this is going to be hard for me because usually I need about 20 people for this to work, but we're going to give it a go anyway, all right? Who wants to suck it? How many people in here, is there anybody at all that has a birthday between January 12th and 19th? Anybody at all? Oh, you must move. Don't be scared. No? Okay. All right, so I learned that this is one of those bar shows where you can like win a free shot or drink any bar you go into, So there's usually more than at least 20 people in a bar. If you get a room with at least 20 people and you ask if there's anybody with a birthday between January 12th and 19th, 88% of the time somebody's gonna raise their hand, right? If we would have had 18 more people in here tonight, it would have worked, okay? But in America, the reason I asked that, because that is the week every year that the most kids are born in America. Look it up, 12th to the 19th every year. So I don't know about y'all, but my mind, since I'm a single guy, went to when is the most sex being had so I can plan for next year, right? I'm gonna help some of y'all cheaters out in case you're trying to get away from your wives for a weekend. That's April 12th through 19th, every year. Okay, y'all aren't catching that. That's Easter, guys. We're humping like rabbits out there, okay? It's weird. Who knew that even sperm like a good egg hunt around that time of year? You know what I'm saying? Plus, if any of y'all believe in God and y'all go to church, even if you don't, I promise it'll be a year from now, you won't even be thinking of me. When it comes to Easter time, y'all are going to be driving around, and every time you see a He is risen sign, you're not going to think of Christ, and I do apologize, okay? I do. I worked on it, thanks. No, I'm just messing with you. All right, this is my favorite one about all the stats. All right, I love this one. Hands down, my favorite. I don't know how well it's going to work, but we're going to give it a go. How many people here got one of those COVID vaccines back in the day? This isn't Greensboro, so everybody should raise their hand. All right, I get 2 people every time raise their hand in fucking Greensboro, guys. It's weird. It's weird. Now, did any of y'all get my favorite one, the Johnson & Johnson? Anyone get the Johnson & Johnson? Yeah, right there? Cool, I can tell you like dicks. That's what's up. Now listen, that's my favorite, all right? That's my favorite, okay? Johnson & Johnson, because it shed light on the company, right? A lot of people didn't know that before COVID happened, that Johnson & Johnson did other things besides make shitty vaccines and tearless shampoos for babies, right? They actually do all kinds of crazy shit, and they do a bunch of independent studies. Occasionally I'll look them up, kind of a nerd with that stuff. I saw one about 6 months ago that really blew my mind. Haven't been able to stop telling everybody about it since, right? So it will take a little crowd participation at one point, so just bear with me. Now, Johnson & Johnson, the study that they did, what they say is that 78% of every single man in America at one point or another has had their dick sucked by another guy. I don't want to be the one to say it, but that's the quietest y'all been all night. I mean to call you out on your dates, you know what I mean? You're going to ruin the fun. This is my favorite part of the show, right? This is where, listen, we're in a safe place right now. We can have an orgy and nobody would know, all right? We could have some laughs. We've all had a good time. Let's just pretend this is Planet Fitness, a judgment-free zone for a second, okay? Fellas, if you're one of those 78%, as myself with the Navy SEAL guy, go ahead and raise that hand up loud and proud for all these ladies to see. Come on. It's Pride Month. Go ahead and raise that up. Be proud. Thank you. Thank you. 2 honest men. 2 honest men. Thank you. Now listen, ladies, just so you know, all right, if you're with a guy right now that wasn't raising their hand, all right, you're with a guy that falls into the other 22% of the study, because that's how math works, right? Now ladies, if you're with one of these guys, those are the guys that were actually doing the sucking of the dick. So, bet you raise your hand next time. I feel like playing a video game every time I look at you. I don't know why. Maybe like Full Metal. Brandon, what was it? Oh, did he leave? Oh, good. My fucking friend. He only likes to watch the black guys. It's weird. I think he's gay. I'm not sure. Are you there? He was telling me you make some type of video game?
What?
Are you the creator of a video game?
I am not.
Okay.
No.
Oh, is it you? There we go. All right. You fucking lied to me! Set me up for failure. What, is it Full Metal or something or another? I'm not a gamer guy, I'm going to be honest with you.
Jazz Jackrabbit, Unreal, and I'm trying to make Gears of War, and I worked on Fortnite.
Gears of War, that's what he was saying. Hell yeah, Fortnite. I'm going to get a picture with you to show my son, because he jacks off to Fortnite. He doesn't even play it. It's weird. I don't even know what he's doing in there. I tell you, every time I go in there, he's like, it's like, you created crack, basically, for everybody. It's awesome. It is weird when I find a 66-year-old that plays Fortnite. I'll be honest with you. It's weird. At least he's not molesting kids, though. You know what I'm saying? So there's like, he's just talking to them, right? That's better than touching them, I think.
He's grooming.
All right, guys. Y'all have been fantastic so far. Clap it up one time. Let's get the noise up in here one more time. Clap it up. Clap it up. Before I get off, I do just want to ask everybody, if you get a second, if you pull your phones out or something, there's only 5 of y'all, so if I don't see any likes, I'm going to be pissed, right? If y'all do have an Instagram or something, it's pretty easy. No, my name is Hewlin. I don't know if you heard that at the beginning. It's a very weird name. Nobody could ever find it. or pronounce it. So I just made my Instagram handle just HS, the number 3, economy. If you like me, any of the Dutch son, I'd appreciate it. Like I said, I did work with Bert recently. You can see when you look on there. And he told me if I get 100,000 followers, he will take me on for at least 6 months. And guys, I'm so close. I only need 999,998. So if y'all can just help brother out, it'd be really cool if the guy from Fortnite followed me, but I guess not, so I can't show my son I'm cool. Oh, you got it? Yeah! All right. But guys, that's my time. Y'all have been fantastic. Thank you so much. My name's Sheila.
Everybody, make some noise! Are you ready for your headliner?
You couldn't have said a word. I'm fucking
All right,
talking
my
to you,
very
dick.
funny friend, Ben Jones!